Thanks very much, Greg. Well, say it isn't so. Parents in the New York area claim that their children have been exposed to pornography in, of all things, this, a Barney sing-along book. The books have turned up in at least 5 other states and Canada. Now some parents are suing the publishers of the books, the bookseller, and the licensor of Barney products. Stephen Gilden is the attorney preparing the multi-million-dollar lawsuit. He's here in our studios. And Julie Snow is one of the parents involved in the lawsuit. She is on the phone from Long Island, New York. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for being with us. Julie, let me start with you. Where did you get your Barney book?
It was given to my daughter by her grandmother. She had purchased it through work, and she'd given it to her for Christmas as a gift.
So she opened it up on Christmas Day?
Yes, she did.
And it looked, I'm sure, like the cutest thing, one of the cutest things you've ever seen. They're adorable books. When did you realize it wasn't everything you thought it was?
It was about a couple of weeks ago. She was playing with her book, singing, you know, like she always does, singing with Barney. And apparently the piece of plastic stripping came off, and that's when she discovered the pictures underneath.
Yeah, maybe we can show people here, because I have one of the books, and they have the little sing-along strip here, if we can show it. And when you push these, they play music, and you can sing along. But when you go behind here, as you were saying, and you can hear that going, I'm going to hand this off, there's some very graphic pictures. What was your reaction when you saw what was underneath there?
I was shocked. Completely shocked. I was taken aback by the whole situation. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think. I definitely didn't know what to say to my daughter when she asked me why the pictures were there. She's 5 years old, and I still don't know what to say to her.
Has she asked you about it since?
She's asked me about the book, and she doesn't understand why she couldn't play with it any longer. She felt that I was punishing her for the piece of plastic coming off, and that there were things underneath there. She didn't know how to handle this, and I didn't know how to handle it. And I just redirected her attention to a cartoon video, so that I wouldn't have to deal with it at that time. I still don't know how to deal with it. Well,
Stephen Gilden is representing 4 women who feel very much as Julie Snow does. Why sue? What's the basis for this suit?
Well, it's corporate irresponsibility. Julie called the company before she contacted my firm, and they told her that they were merely obligated to exchange the book. And that's a horrible response, very insensitive. And in fact, they're obligated to do far more than that. And if they're not going to do the right thing, we're going to have to take them to court to hold them responsible. It would be very, very easy to do a voluntary recall of these books. And every day that these books are in children's hands is another day that a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old could be exposed to pornography.
So, without getting too graphic, when you go behind this little sing-along section of the book, when you remove this, what kinds of things are on the books, because they're different?
Well, they're certainly the last thing you would want your 4 or 5 or 3-year-old to be exposed to. Barney is a role model. Children look up to him. They believe what he stands for. And if Barney is happy, 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 ABC's 1, 2, 3, and then all of a sudden Barney is pointing to a naked woman in a suggestive fashion, if the child sees words like sex and lust, what is the association that child is going to make? And again, the company is being completely irresponsible. This particular publication was sold through the Avon catalog, and I'm sure it wouldn't be very difficult for them to contact all the persons who purchased this book, because there are addresses and names, and everything was given to them, and they need to do the right thing. They need to take these books off, but for some reason, they continue to fail to do so. Furthermore, they've known about this for 6 months. As early as January, they started to get reports, and still the company has failed to take any corrective action.
And do you want monetary compensation for these families as well?
Absolutely. There's a compensatory element, but beyond that, it's punitive. It used to be a negligent act, perhaps it was oversight, but now every day that goes on that they don't take corrective action is almost an intentional act that should be met with punitive damages. We have to stand up to corporations when they fail to do so, when the government won't take the initiative, and we have to say this is wrong, and we have to punish them.
In the meantime, buyer beware, including some grandmothers apparently. Stephen Gilden, thanks very much. And Julie Snow, thanks to you as well on the phone. We appreciate it very much.